Hi everybody, it's Matthew here from Bead Spider, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some beaded lace and turn that into a lovely, gorgeous little bracelet. You can also do it as a necklace if you prefer, or even as a fun little earring. But yeah, today that's the plan. It's a gorgeous, fun little design, just like this here. So see, that looks like a lovely, beautiful piece of lace, but it's made entirely from beads. But yeah, so that is one of the projects as part of our 5-in-1 jewelry makers collection. So the one collection makes all 5 different pieces of jewelry. Let me just show you them all just here. So, well, I'll show you them in pictures and then I'll show you them in the flesh, shall I? You've got the the lovely little earring in the middle at the top there. The coral lace is the top right corner there. Top left is the St. Petersburg double. We've got a ring as well, and then down there at the bottom, the tutorial that I did on Wednesday is the crystal spiral. So all of those will be available, and you know, as part of the one kit there. So if we take a look, I hopefully can show you. There we go. So there's the St. Petersburg. That is tomorrow's video. So if you are around, make sure you join me tomorrow for our coral for the St. Petersburg double St. Petersburg tutorial that I've got. We've also, this was Wednesday's tutorial, which was the crystal spiral, and then there's the ring there from 2 angles, and this is the coral lace, which is what I will be showing you how to make today. So comes in 3 different colorways. There's a really lovely rose gold color, which there's the, here we go. This one here, we've got the gorgeous Atlantis, which is those sort of bluey green tones. There's the silver violet, which is all these beautiful purpley bluey tones as well. And then last but not least, the coral, the rose gold just there. So if we take a little look, you get some of these gorgeous 4mm faceted check glass beads. You've got 2mm little bicones as well, which I might have a little hank of them somewhere around. I'll show you them in a minute. I've got a hank hiding somewhere that I can show you of those gorgeous new 2mm bicones. I don't have them here to hand, but I'll show you them in just a minute's time. But yes, you also get 2 different colors of seed beads. You've got 3 other crystals in rondelle 3x4. And then, yeah, the whole thing comes with all 5 different sets of instructions included there as well. So all of that together in the one bundle. But today, as I said, it's time to learn how to make gorgeous beaded lace. So let's take a quick little look at what they look like. I'm going to let you guys choose which color I'm going to demonstrate in a bit. But first, let's take a look at what it actually looks like. So this is a piece of our gorgeous beaded lace. It looks really complex, but you'll actually be very, very surprised at how basic and simple and easy the techniques you need to use to create this little piece just here. So as you can see, it makes a gorgeous little bracelet there. It really does look like you're wearing a piece of lace, like a little cuff out of lace, or else you could wear it as a really lovely necklace as well. So it is a fantastic design for that, because you can sort of create those beautiful pieces really easily. So I'll just show you just here real quick. Is it going to work? There we go. See, look, you could even do it as a really lovely necklace piece. So it's quite a substantial, chunky thing, and looks really lovely in that as a necklace or as a bracelet, or even, which was Maxine's idea, you could, I should have left it up on my face, you could have it as just a few of them and do it as a little earring piece, which could be really fun earrings. You can even mix and match your colors if you wanted to, but there's lots that you can do with it, and you'll be surprised at how simple the technique actually is. So shall we get started? I'm going to show you how to make their little components, and you join your components together one after the other to form your lovely piece of lace all together as one single piece. The kit, as I said, there's 3 different colors that we do. So if I just show you the 3, this is what it looks like from the silver violet. Here it is from the Atlantis, and this is the rose gold. I've sort of matched them all so that you've got a link with predominantly the metallic color in the center, because each one has a gorgeous metallic seed bead, and then a really lovely opaque seed bead on the outside. So if we take a look at the next one, there it is. There's your opaque on the inside and your metallic on the outside. Same here with the Atlantis, which I absolutely love this colorway. This one's Maxine's favorite too. But yeah, you've got your metallic on the inside. Ooh, it won't quite focus there. And then you've got your lovely opaque on the outside, and then vice versa as well. But yeah, here is the gorgeous purple as well. And then I'll just show you very quickly. I've got them here now. Here are, from our rose gold, I'll just show you, I've got hanks that I can show you of the Luster Mix 4mm check glass. So this one comes as part of the rose gold. There's your Luster Mix 4mm check glass piece. You've also got inside that same kit, which I absolutely adore this color. This one just here, which is the this one isn't on the website yet. This is the nice thing about this particular kit, is that so many of the products, they've just arrived, and we wanted to put them in a nice bundle pre-Christmas. So this one here, the Violet Sunset 2mm bicone, isn't even on the website yet. Neither is this one. Comes from the Atlantis kit. There we go. Look how vibrant they are. We've chosen crystals that are ultra sparkly. So don't they look fantastic? That's what comes with the green. And then I've got one here, which is the one that comes with our winter violet. So again, you've got those beautiful sort of purpley goldy tones. First thing I'll do, I'm going to show you how to make the piece, how to make each individual component. I might do it with lots of colors actually, just to make it a bit more fun and a bit more interesting, because then you'll be able to see all of the different parts of your how to make the process. It's nice and easy to sort of see the different colors if I do it that way. So maybe I'll do like a mix match muddle, so you can really see what's happening. Let's get some of these beads out. I'm going to just get out, like, lots of different colors, because we're going to do a bit of circular peyote we're going to start with. Lots of people joining us today, which is nice. We've got Seema, we've got Doris and Betty. Isla is here. Hi, Isla. Thanks for joining. Francis is here. Jan Alston, as always. She's joined us over on YouTube. Dora is here. Oliyumi as well. She says, hi everyone. She was first cab off the rank, first person to get on and comment, so I thought I'd show her saying hi to everyone. So thanks for joining us, Oliyumi. Yeah. Who's new, by the way? I'd love to know who's their first time watching. I'm going to get myself a nice little sip of my tea just here. And we can get making. So if you haven't joined us before, I suggest there's a little link up in the description. There's quite a few links up there, actually. One where you will be able to access our tutorials. So if you click the little link that's up there, it will take you to the page where you can sign up to our newsletter. That's the best way to find out when our tutorials are going to be, what we're going to be doing, and so forth. We do also have a £5 voucher that you'll receive if you sign up to our newsletter. So we say, thanks for signing up. Here's £5 worth of patterns. It's great for beading patterns if you want to try out some of our beading patterns. In fact, I've got some of the diagrams that I'll be using today. I'll just need to add them on very, very quickly, and then we can get started. They were hiding from me, so I'm just going to add them just now, and then I can sort of show them to you while I'm demonstrating. But anyway, the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to cut ourselves about 1 meter of our thread. I've got some spidle on here. I've gone for a very dark, sumptuous color just because it will show nicely on the screen there. So let's just say, here's about 1 meter. That will do. Get my scissors, give that a cut, and thread on my needle. So let's just thread on my needle here, And then, as I said, I'm going to show you the process in lots of different colors. And then in the end, I'll show you how to link them together. So I guess what the tutorial will be is how to make the first component, how to link the components, and then finally, how to make your little clasp section as well. So really, really easy process all in all. But let's just take a quick look. I'm just looking for some pictures. I'll just be a few seconds, and then I can show you all the diagrams as well. So where are we? Here we go. Just finding that, because I know you guys like to be able to see all of the instructions when I'm working, the little diagrams that I do. So are they there now? No, they're hiding. I don't know where they are. I'll have to go looking for them somewhere. Oh, okay. I was in the wrong place. Let's see. Are they here? No, here maybe? Here we go. Yes, I've got my diagrams. Okay, sorry about this delay. Great. Reasonably good. There we go. Okay, perfection. And let's just make sure they're going to fit and not look super tiny and weird. Great. So, first thing that we need to do, we need to pick up 32 beads in onto our little thread just here. So, in terms of diagrams, let's have a little look here. We pick up 32 beads and we will, I don't know, which color shall I use first? Let's go with this goldy color. I like this one. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are Preciosa size 10 seed beads, by the way. So you can use, 11s if you want to, but we always use Preciosa size 10s because they are fantastic quality, but you also get plenty of bang for your buck, I find. They tend to be quite a bit cheaper, less expensive when you're ordering your beads. So again, that's why I often go for the Preciosa size 10s. They're the same size as your Japanese 11s, but like I said, you'll get maybe about 50% extra beads for the same money, I should think. Let's see. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So as I said, you need to make sure you've got, I'll put it into right-handed view in a minute, you need to make sure you've got 32 beads on the string. So count them up, 1, 2, 3. It's very important that you're accurate at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 28, 30, 32 beads. Perfect. So let's show you how exactly I'm going to be working with those little beads there. I'm going to go through all of them again to create a nice little loop. So you can see there, I've just done them all into a nice little circle. So let's just weave through them all in the same direction as we were going. So if you have a little look, my tail is over here, and then I need to come back and go through them all again because that will help to make it a nice little circle. We've got Patricia who's here from Colombia. She says hi and from Colombia. So welcome Patricia, and thank you for joining us all the way in Colombia. Who else is in somewhere really far away and exotic and interesting? I'd like to know. Let me know. But yeah, so I'll just weave through all of these beads once more so that it's nice and firm. And then, where are we? There we go. Just go through all of them again, that one extra time, because it's good when it's nice and firm. The nice thing about this particular design is it's quite forgiving. So if your tension is quite loose, doesn't matter. If it's really firm, doesn't matter. If you make a mistake, doesn't matter. It's a really fun design like that, just because you can have those available and at your you can use them really, really easily. So it's the great thing about this design. It's kind of the messier it is, the better it looks, the more lace-like it becomes. So what I like to do at this point is tie a little knot. Jermaine doesn't tie a knot, but I like to because I tend to work with a slightly tighter tension than Jermaine, and this helps me keep a nice firm tension. So I'll do a surgeon's knot just here. So I'll go over and under once and then twice, pull that tight, and I can even use this. See how it's not quite closed? I can use it to help me close my little piece into a circle. See that? And it just closes itself as you pull it. Ida is here. She says, hello from Durham. Not very far, nor exotic. Well, you know, there's no complaints. Durham's a lovely part of the world, isn't it? You know, just as lovely as Colombia, I'm sure, Ida. I like your little picture there, by the way, the emoji with the little antlers. Very Christmassy and very fun. I like that one. I'm glad I can show the little picture as I show the comments. So anyway, I've tied this now. Here's a little trick that I like to do. It's not entirely necessary, but I like to do it just because I find it makes my life much easier at the end. So see how I've got myself a little tail here? I like to weave my tail through and cut it off right at the beginning. So I'll just stick my needle onto the tail, and I'll show you how to do a couple of little blanket stitches. They're nice and easy, but it's a good way of, let's just zoom in a touch, get some beads out of the shot, and we can start. So I'll just do a couple of little blanket stitches. My thread's coming out just here. I'll go through just, I don't know, 2 or 3 beads, doesn't matter how many. Pull it through there, and then I'll just go underneath this thread. Make sure this is pulled nice and tight as well. So I'll go, keep it nice and firm, underneath between those 2 beads where the thread is now coming out. And then either, there's 2 different ways. You can take the front of the needle through, but I quite like taking the back of the needle because then the thread kind of stays where it is. See that? I didn't have to like go and find it, and it will nicely lock in between those 2 little beads. As we continue, I'll go 2 more. And pull that nice and firm, and then I'll just do another little blanket stitch. So as I said, I'll just go underneath that same pair of beads, well, the beads where the thread is coming out. So here's my thread coming out just here. I'll go under those 2 little beads just there, pull that through there, and then again I'll take my tail through, and you'll see that little stitch stays nicely between those beads, and as I pull, disappears nicely into the beadwork. I'll do a few more, just go through 2 or 3 more beads. That's nice and firm now, and I can almost just forget about it, take my needle off, get my scissors, and cut that little tail thread off. I don't need it anymore, and now it's not going to get in my way while I'm working. So as promised, I said I'm going to do lots and lots of colors in this one. And let's see. There we go. And I'm going to start working. So hopefully I've got myself plenty of thread here. Yeah, I should do. So I'll work in my next color here. I'm coming out of this little thread here, and I'm working in this direction. We're going to do circular peyote. So I'm going to use, I don't know, let's go with purple for this row. I think this will be a fun color. Let's bring in my purple beads, and then you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. So as we go around, I'm going to hold it like this. So I like to hold it with my fingers in the middle of the circle, use my pinky and my ring finger there to hold my thread out of the way, but nice and firm. And I'll just skip a bead. So see how my thread's coming out of this one? I've skipped the first bead after the thread, and I've gone into that first bead after. So skipped this one and went into this one. The nice thing, as I said, tension, not important. If you want to do it super tight, do it super tight. If you want to do it loose, do it loose. It makes no difference whatsoever. It'll just change the finished overall design. If I show you this one here, so see how this one, it's quite floppy and loose and soft. If you like that, do it with a loose tension. If you prefer this one here, where it's a bit firmer and stiffer, I don't know if you can quite see the difference, but it doesn't, the pieces don't move as much. They're quite a bit firmer. This is how it will come out if you do a firmer tension. So see that there? These are both with a firmer tension. So if I pull it, you'll see They stay relatively in shape. See how that doesn't really lose its shape much? Where with these ones, with the looser tension, you can see they're a lot softer pieces. So if you prefer it softer, do it with a loose tension. If you prefer it firmer, do it with a firmer tension. So yes, let's continue around the circle. We have to go all the way around, one bead at a time. So we're just going to skip this next bead and go through this one just here. Pull that nice and tight. There we go. And we'll just continue around like so, skipping a bead and into the next. So it's a nice, simple, easy little process. Add a bead, pick up a bead, skip a bead, and thread through the next one. So there we go. Just keep going through. And let's have a look at that in diagram form, shall we? So if we take a look, here's our next little diagram. This is essentially what I'm doing right now. So you can see all the way around the entire circle. I'm going to go until I get back to the very, very end. That's called circular peyote. It's a really, really easy little technique to learn, and that's essentially what I'm going to be doing all the way around my little piece just here. So actually, let's stick that up into the corner so you can see it, and I'll just continue around. Has anybody got any questions, by the way? I saw Jan asked about the check glass beads. At the minute, it should be fine. We're just stocking up. We're trying to stock up on all of our check glass beads before things change, so that the prices can sort of stay the same as long as possible. We're sort of stocking up, getting lots and lots of stock coming. There's things due, I think, in just a couple of days even from the Czech Republic. So we're sort of trying to beat the beat Brexit. We're beating Brexit. So hopefully the prices won't have to change too much, but eventually I guess it'll just be the sort of the import duty depending on what the tariffs are by the time things change. So who knows? Hopefully they won't have to change at all, but it is possible. We'll just see what happens with Brexit. Wayne has also said, what did he say? Smart to get rid of the tail if you don't need it later. Just gets in the way otherwise. Do you know what, Wayne? Absolutely. It's definitely much easier to be rid of that little fella. We've got Naomi, who's just joined us. She says, hello from Boston. Hi, Naomi. Thanks for joining. I hope you're having a lovely morning there in Boston. What time is it there? I'd love to know. Yes, I guess it's probably quite early in the morning for all of you Americans who've joined. It's almost Christmas, so I think everybody's kind of getting into the Christmas mood, and it's nice for us because it's sort of slowing down because everybody's kind of getting to a point where they want to be with their family and things. So it means a nice little holiday for us. So we're almost at the point where it's time to step up. And this is something that when I was first doing circular peyote used to confuse me quite a lot. And I'd go, what? Have I made a mistake? Have I done it wrong? Did I not do enough beads? What I've got here, let's just have a quick little zoom in and look. I'm coming out just here, and then there's 2 beads more. And I was always thinking, oh no, that's not enough. There's meant to be 3 beads. That's perfectly fine. If your thread is coming out here, then you've got 2 beads, and then that's when your first up bead is. You're in the exact right spot. So if I just show you nice and close, what we're going to do now is go through this last little bead before. See that there? And then we're going to do what's called a step up. Hi to Pearl, who's just joined us, by the way, and Irene from Switzerland. Beautiful. Which part of Switzerland are you in, Irene? I've got a few friends who live in Switzerland, so I'd love to know which part you're in. So anyway, the step up, which let's just take a look at the instructions. Actually, I'll show you them nice and big. What we're going to do is, as we get all the way around, you can see in this little instruction, we've gone all the way around. The diagram here is in counterclockwise, but as you can see, we go through that last little bead and then up, right at the top of the diagram there, up and through the very first bead that we added in this step. So let's just pop back and take a look at this little thing here. So you can see I'm through there, and now I need to step up by going through that first little bead above. So that's our first little up bead. Just make sure your thread doesn't get caught. And then here, And there you can see you've got your inner ring and then an outer ring all in purple. Lots and lots of purple beads. So what we're going to do now, let's just pop back to my instructions, is start continuing along, but this time we're not going to add one bead, we're going to add 2 beads into each gap. So you can see if I show you, I'll just pop it up in the screen, 2 beads in every gap, and then we step up. So if you have a look, see how there's quite a bit of space? There isn't quite enough space for just 1 bead, so we're going to fill that with 2. So I've used purple, I've used gold, let's go with green, shall we? So I'm going to stick in, where's this green? I really like this colour. I think of all the kits, the green is possibly my favourite. So I'm going to use this one just here. Here's this lovely green colour, brand new. Again, like I said, a lot of these aren't even on the website. I think of all the products that are in this bundle, so many of them are new that maybe only 1 or 2 are actually on the website. So here we go. I'm going to continue around now, adding 2 beads into each gap. Let's put these green beads on this side, and actually, let's do you guys a favour and stick it into right-handed view. Ta-da! Now I'm right-handed all of a sudden. So if I hold it like this, I'm going to go all the way around again, but this time I'm adding 2 beads into every gap. So there's 1, and pull that. And you see it just fills that space really nicely. So we'll continue again, and I just like to try and hold it. Again, like I said, I've got my fingers between, sort of inside the circle, so that I can sort of maneuver it around. There's a couple of ways that you can maneuver it if you want to. One is just sort of using your fingers to turn it. Otherwise, another good one is if you're all the way around here, you can just hold your thread and pull it round, and that will help you bring it round to where you need to be. So let's just continue along through there. I tell you, this purple, green, and gold is actually looking really nice. It's another one of my beading happy accidents, that the colours look really good together. Entirely unintentional. But anyway, so let's go all the way around, adding 2 beads into each gap. So you can see things are pretty easy so far. Like circular peyote, it's a really simple little process, and you just continue along like this just here. So as we continue, just keep going around. Really, really easy. Did someone ask what size the beads were? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Linda. Hi Matthew, I missed the beginning. What size are the crystals? These are size 10 Preciosa seed beads that I'm going to be using. That's pretty much all I'm using today is just seed beads. So it's really, really easy. And then I'm going to finish it off with a little beaded clasp section, which I've showed it before, but essentially everything today is one way or another using peyote stitch. So let's just continue along all the way around. And if you want to keep a firm tension, just hold your thread between these fingers here as you're working, and that will help you to keep a firm tension. But if you want it loose, don't worry about it. Just let it hang out and sit there really loose and comfortably so that it's nicely in position. So let's pull that. Let's continue again. And through here. So which color did you guys want me to demonstrate, by the way? I'm going to do another ring when I do a join. Shall I join a pink, a green, or a purple when I finish this little one? Because this one's still got a little way to go. But, you know, I'll let you guys vote now. Vote rose, purple, or green for whichever one you want to see. So I'm almost at the point where I need to step up now. So I'm going to just fill this final gap. And then stepping up, we're going to go through. So pull that through there. And then we step up by going through both of those green beads. So where we started with, through both of them. Doris wants to see the green demonstrated, which looks like this colorway here, super zoomed in, but doesn't matter. The purple looks like this. Or I can demonstrate with the rose, which looks like this. See that gold sheen on the pink beads? Really lovely. Otherwise, if you like, I can continue on my multicolor. This was Maxine's idea. Let's just have a quick little look. She said, why don't you do multiple links of all the different colors together, which I thought looked really, really nice as well. So far we've got 1 vote for each, 1 green, 1 purple, and 1 rose. Come on, everybody, vote, 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 vote. Which color do you want to see when I finish? Okay, so I've stepped up now, and let's just take a little look at our next instruction, nice and big. So here we go. So if you have a look, I added 2 beads into each gap, and now what I'm going to do is between each of those gaps, I'm going to add 2 beads again, and that's where our sort of lace effect is going to start appearing. That's how we'll start sort of being able to see that really nice lace effect starting to happen. Charlotte here says, I agree with Maxine. Mix it up. I agree. I think it's a great idea as well. But yeah, it's nice that they're all mixed and different and all. It's a bit more like a rainbow. You sort of get all the colours. Hi to Linda, by the way. She's just said hi to me. Hi to you too, Linda. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so Jermaine is going to keep track. She's there in the comments. She's going to keep track of which colour ends up winning, and then she'll tell me at the end who's voted between the 2 colours the most. Okay, so let's go with now, I don't know, which colour shall I use? So at this point, when I fill in the gaps, let's use our metallic blue colour, shall we? This is fun. I quite like getting to use all the colours. This one's a really nice one. So I'm going to fill each of these gaps, let's just zoom back in a bit, with, you can see how it's getting a bit wiggly wobbly all over the place. That's perfectly fine. That's exactly what we want. That's why I said it makes absolutely 0 difference how good your tension is, how messy your work is. If you're an absolute beginner, this is the best design to do for circular peyote, because it's a great way to learn, because it doesn't matter if you make mistakes at all. All right, so using my nice silver blue, I need to go from each of the green beads into the next pair of green beads. So this is why I've done them all in different colors, so you can really see where I'm going. So the purple beads are sort of down a bit between the greens, and the green ones sort of stick out a bit. So that's why in peyote, they usually call them up beads and down beads. It's because the ones in between are down, and the ones that you need to go through are the ups. So because I've done 2 beads in there, I'm going to go through both of those greens, and then as I pull that nice and tight, again, we're still working in the same direction around our circle, pull that fairly firm. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you want them loose, do them loose. Doesn't matter whatsoever. So now I'll continue around, and I'll just keep doing more silvers. So you can see I've got 1 purple, I need to skip that one and go through 2 green ones. So from every 3, we just sort of continue around. So 2 more. Let's keep going through there. And through the greens. And you can see it comes together quite quickly, but this is the point where your tension will really make a difference. So this is where it will sort of firm things up. I'm not going to go too tight. I can't help myself. I'm old school. I like to have a really good tension. So I make mine a bit firmer, but you don't have to. You can do it really loose. It doesn't matter. It just makes it sit more lace-like, I guess. There we go. Let's just keep putting that one on it there. Keep going around. So you can see it sort of starts to get all higgledy-piggledy wiggledy because there isn't quite enough space for all these beads. So that's exactly what we want, because that way we're filling these little gaps every time and sort of creating that lace effect by pulling them into a space where there isn't space for them. So you can see it's really starting to go blip, 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 blip everywhere, which is exactly what we want. So let's just keep going. I'll pull my thread out the way. Through there. And again. So usually you would do all of these rows in just one color. So this is like our inner color that I'm doing at the minute. So let's go through there. Just keep filling them up. But yeah, this would usually be all just in the one color. So you can sort of see here that they're sticking up and sticking down. So this one's down, so we've got to skip that one. And we go through the 2 that are sticking up. So go through there. You can see how lovely and lustrous these new beads are. The purple and the green especially. I really like them. Through here. And we're almost back to the point where we are at the start and it's time to step up again. So you can see I'm almost there, through here, through these 2, continuing around, and now I'm at the point where I'm about to step up. See, there's only one more gap, and then you can see there's these two, which if you've got a nice firm tension, you'll see they sit quite flat on top, but it really does just bobble up above your work there. So I'll just do my last 2 beads, and then I'm going to step up. So I'll go through the 2 green beads first, because they're the ones in this row. Just through there nicely, just the 2 green ones for now. Pull it into that gap. And now to step up, to go into that outer row, let's just go through both of those beads that I added. First go in this little step here. So see that? Pull that through there. And now we're in position. And that's essentially, would be, if we did just the one, let's have a look at this. That would be all the inner color. So see all that inner green? Now we need to create our outer green, which again, it's super duper simple, really, really easy. All you have to do again is just repeat the same process again, but this time I'm going to use, where's my sort tray so I can pick up some of these beads. I love using my sort tray. Makes picking them up so much easier. Ready? So let's just get rid of the blue ones. Pop them in their box. Get rid of these green ones out of my way as well for now. Just pop them over here. And let's bring in my... Do you know why they're called sort trays? I'll show you why. Because if you get them all mixed up, it's really easy. Just look, see how they're all a bit jumbled now? Well, maybe I should have chosen better colours so you can actually see them jumbled. But you can move your beads really easily and sort of get them back in, sort them out really easily with the corner of your tray. There we go, there's another purple and another one. So even though I just made myself a big fat mess, you can really easily get your beads back out. There we go. Sorted. Nice. But yeah, that's why they're called a sort tray, which they are very, very good. So I'm going to do my outer rows in this gorgeous colour, which if you didn't see it really nicely before, you're going to see it now. You can see it's got this beautiful goldy sort of sheen. Maybe it's better even in here. They've got a really nice goldy sheen to them. That's why we put them with the pink, with the sort of the rosy gold colour, is because they've got that same rosy gold sheen on them. But as I said, not available on the website yet, soon, but not yet. But until then, you can get them in this cute little bundle. So now I'm going to just continue along, adding beads, as I have been, into the gaps. So again, let's just take a little look at my instructions. We've just done this, and I'm going to do my outer rows. I think that's the nice... No, not yet. Okay, I don't have that. So you can finish at this point if you want to, but because I want to do that outer colour, I'm going to do that outer rim now. This would be enough if you want to. You can do more rows, you can do less rows, as many as you want as well. But in this case, I'm going to do my outer colour as a nice little edging. Just because I like having a second colour as an edging. It just sort of adds to it. But yeah, so let's go now across. The greens are now our down beads and the silvers are our up. So see that? How the silvers are up and the greens are down, silvers up, green is down, silvers up. We're going to just go through both of the following silvers around our little circle. So see that? Through there, pull that tight, and that will fill our little gap with the first of those pink beads. Then we go across again. Again, if your thread's getting in the way because it's getting all wiggly, higgledy-piggledy, just hold it with your pinky and ring finger, and then we just go through there, pull it tight, and repeat. So we just go through again, like this. And then this is going to add the first part of our edging. So I'm going to do this same color in 2 rows, just so that you can see that it works like a nice edging really easily. There we go. So just keep pulling on your thread, keep holding it out the way, and just continue around your little bit of work there. So fill the gaps all the way, skipping beads, fill the gap. Skip some beads, fill the gap. So through there, do the next. And you can really start to see how wiggly, higgledy-piggledy. I'm enjoying, all of the assonance there. Wiggledy, higgledy, piggledy. rhymes that I'm getting, and it makes that beautiful little individual piece of beaded lace. And then you'll soon see we link them together, and it just makes this fantastic overall finished piece. Oops, through there. Oops. But yeah, it's a really versatile little piece, just because you can make as many or few links as you want, so you can do it as like a necklace. If you want to do lots of links, if you want to do just a few, then just do a few and make your bracelet, or even just do like 2 or 3 and it can be like a dangly earring, or, which is another idea of Maxine's, is just do 1 and you can glue it to like a flat back ear wire, like a stud type ear wire, which we have them on our website if you want to go and get some, and you can literally just glue the entire piece to a little ear wire and it will look like a really fun sort of higgledy-piggledy piece like that. But yeah, because it's just circular peyote, it's really easy and nice and fun and looks cute to make. So I hope I've given myself enough thread here. I might not have, that'd be a disaster. Doesn't matter. You're getting the idea. So we'll just continue around now, and we're almost back to the start. Just a couple more. Through there. Pull that tight. And the next one. Through the next gap, and then we're almost ready to step up. So I've kind of used all the different colors that you get with this little set, but it's kind of fun. It makes it like a really fun little overall design, which Jackie here says, your selection of colored beads looks spectacular. I'm glad you like it, Jackie. I like it too. This is actually working out, looking really fantastic. I'm really enjoying how they're looking. So anyway, there we go. There it is just there. Let's just hide that away. And now I'm going to show you, just to finish off, to step up, we need to go through those first few little beads that we did in this little row. So go there, and then once more, we're just going to fill the gap, and I'm going to use the same color so that you can see that it makes a full edging. Hold it a little bit closer to the piece there. But like I said, it doesn't matter on your tension. Make it loose, make it tight, whatever it is that you want. It's good fun. There we go. Through there. Pull that through here. Grab 2 more. Oops. And we just fill our gaps once more again. So through that outer edging till we're completely finished. So we're adding brown beads, or the sort of the rosy pinky beads, into our gaps with more. I might run out of thread before I finish, which would be annoying. But hey, doesn't matter. It happens. Pull that tight. Bring these beads a bit closer. I'm running out of thread. Oh no, look. This is all I got left. There's a little bit. Hopefully it'll be enough. So I'll just hold that there. What are you guys thinking of the little design? Did you think it was going to be a bit more difficult than it actually is, this little beaded lace making? Did you think it would be, I don't know, complex? I know they look like they're really sort of ornate and interesting, but it's actually just sort of using geometry or a lack of space between beads to create that shape. So yeah, who thought it would be as easy as this, and who's kind of surprised by how easy it all ended up being? Also, who's got what's everybody's plans for Christmas? I know it's not far away now, just over a week, next Saturday. What lovely things do you guys have planned? I know this year's going to be a little bit different in our household. So how are you coping with the new rules and regulations for doing Christmas this year? What sort of things have you got planned that are a bit different compared to your usual year, to try and make this festive time just as good as every year, even though we can't quite be, I suppose, as sociable as usual? Is it not harder to follow the thread path if the tension is very loose, says Anne Gold? No, not really. Maybe a little bit harder. That's a good question, Anne. It's a little bit more difficult, but not particularly. it's sort of, you'll still see where they're sticking up and where they're not sticking up, and you can still sort of see those ins and outs, but they are a little more difficult, and you might have to count sort of where you're up to and things, but it does kind of work just the same. It shouldn't be too difficult all in all to do. So let's just do these last couple. There we go. Just picking up my beads. I'm having to go out of shot every time because my thread's getting too short. So I'm almost there. Last one. And then you can see that's created a complete outer edging. There we go. Through there. And there's our nice finished little piece. Ready, looking all wiggly wobbly like it's a piece of lace. Nice floppy little fella there. And now all you have to do is tie off your thread. So I'm going to go through just the first bead. Let's hope it gets focused. There we go. Just the first bead there. And I'm going to do another one of those little blanket stitches. So I'll go underneath the 2 beads here. Pull that through. And take my end of my needle back through the little loop that got created. And then you can see I've got all my threads still inside that gap. Pull, and that's nice and tight. Continue around. Go through 2 beads more so that I'm between... Oops, my needle came off. Doesn't matter. Between the next 2 beads there. Good thing I'm using Spider-Long. No fraying at all. Yeah, so I've just... Now that I'm between those next 2 beads, I'm going to do another little blanket stitch to tie a knot. The nice thing as well is if you're going through backwards, you don't have to kind of worry so much about your thread being too short. So underneath those... Come on, focus. Focus. There it is. So underneath those 2 same beads, create that little loop. There it is. And take my needle, back of my needle, through the loop. Oops, did I miss it? Yes, I did. Oops. Don't pull. There we go. So through that loop. And make sure it stays nicely between those 2 same beads. There we go. Pull it tight. You can do it a couple more times if you want, but, you know, for the sake of speed. There we go, let's just do that. Cut that off. There we go. And there's my first little lace link. Doris says it looks like an ammonite. You're absolutely right. It's a great sort of choice of colours. Really, really fun. But yeah, that's just a little bit of everything. So I've used the inner and the outer beads from the rose gold. I've used the blue and the purple from the winter violet, and the green, which I didn't use its other really lovely metallic pistachio colour. But that one comes with the green set there. But yeah, let's continue now. So Jackie asks, what type of thread am I using? So it's a bonded nylon. We sell it on our website. It's called Spider-Lon beading thread. It's a really, really good quality thread because it helps you to keep a really firm tension, and it doesn't fray because it's bonded, but it's just a single piece of like thread that's really, really strong, and it's great for keeping a nice firm tension because it's a little bit rough. But yeah, have a little look at the link in our description. You'll be able to find the thread there on our website. So now that I've done my first one, I'm going to do another little link. I think maybe I'll do the green because I really do like the green color. I don't know who won, who's voted the most, but Vivian says the ripple effect is what makes the design as interesting. As far as the Christmas celebration, we're having dinner and presents opening at my daughter's house. I'm cooking ham and turkey. Vivian, no, you're making me so jealous. I love, like, it's a family tradition back in Australia that we'd have a nice leg of ham and we'd have that for breakfast for like 2 weeks. And it's like, oh, you've made me so sad. I wish I was having a Christmas ham now too. Okay, sorry about the big silence. I was having a lovely gulp. So yes, let's have a look. I'm going to continue now, and I'll show you how to add the next little, the next little link in our lace. Let's just zoom out so you can really. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. So you can see the full effect of our piece just here. So there's the finished lace, which again, as I said, it makes a fantastic little necklace. Matches my beard color. How awful is that? But there you go. See, that's how it will look as a necklace. It's really, really nice as a necklace, and because it's just seed beads, it's really inexpensive to make as well, which is fantastic. So let's continue now. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be, well, hopefully it won't be too visible, but I'm going to be using my same Spiderlon color, and I'm going to show you how to link them together. It's really easy. Doesn't take long. So again, let's just thread on through my needle, and then here we go. Pull that nice and firm, and I'm going to show you how to link them together. So you can, if you're a bit lazy like I am and you want to save yourself time, you can make lots and lots of individual links like this one here, and then you can join them all together at the end. But if you're not lazy and you kind of want to do them one by one, you just link between each one. So instead of joining two together, which means you can just make one and one and one nice and quickly, it's a little bit slower, but it might be it's a bit easier if you do them one at a time. But if you're lazy like me, you can join two together at the same time. But I'll show you how to do them just like this. So let's see, I need to do my green, so let's get rid of my other colors. Get rid of the pink here, get rid of my rose gold. Ah. There we go. And let's bring in our greens. So I'm going to demonstrate with this green just because I think it's such a nice color. Do you know, I can't believe how nice this has turned out. Like, it's really fun, actually. It's such a fun little colorway. That'd look really, really good as a finished piece as well, I think. But yeah, so there you go. If you're getting all three colorways, it is 20% off, which, oh, I should have put that in the bottom. Doesn't matter. But anyway, if you're getting all three kits, you do save 20%. So it's 10% off to make all 5 projects, which, if you haven't seen, project number 1 is this little fella just here, which is the coral lace, which I'm making today. You will make that from a kit. You will make your crystal spiral as well, which, look how sparkly that one is. You'll also make the double St. Petersburg as well, which again, we're using those gorgeous 2mm bicones, so that's super sparkly too. You'll learn how to make the ring, which is just like this. Really nice little beaded ring. You will make that as well. And then where's the last thing? Oh yeah, the earring, which the earring design is really cute, really nice as well. So there's the earring design, just there. And they hang like almost little wreaths. If you did it in the green color, it could look like a little Christmas wreath almost, which would be fun. So anyway, okay, I guess shall I link the green, or shall I make another one like this? I don't know. What do you think? I guess I'll leave it to you guys. Vote quickly. Jermaine says I should do the multicolor again to see how they look together. Shall I do it like that? Or maybe I should link that to my big mix color link. What do you think? That would make like a fun focal at the center of your bracelet. You could even do it like that. See, I've done it like this. I could pop that one onto here almost. Something like that. I don't know. What do you think? Which one shall I do? Tell me. While I have a sip of tea. Hopefully you'll get to see. So, yeah, Wayne says do the green. Okay, Wayne was first in. We're going to go with Wayne. Wayne has spoken. Let's do the green. Okay, so I'll show you how to link them many together. So first thing we're going to do is pick up 32 beads of our inner color. So, yep, we've got more people saying, let's do, yeah, let's join another green one, I think. So we'll pick up 32 because this one is inner of the light color, so I want to join it with inner of the dark color. So see that? I've done light color inner, dark color inner, light color inner, so it means I've got to do another dark color inner. So 32 beads on the inner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. By the way, while I'm counting this, I might as well stick this up on the screen. If you want to be on the show, send us your pictures to live@beadspider.co.uk. I'm going to be showing them off tomorrow after I show you how to do the St. Petersburg bracelet. So if you want to be on our last show of the year, because tomorrow is going to be the last one of the year, I should think, our last tutorial. There might be one after Christmas, but I might just have a nice holiday, we'll see. So if you want to be on the show, send us your pictures in, live@beadspider.co.uk, and I'll try and get you onto the show for our final tutorial of the year. Let's just make sure I've got 32 beads here, and then I'll put them into a nice little ring. So 1, 2, oops, slide that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31, 32. Very important that you make sure you've got all of them together. 32 you need. So pull it all the way through, leaving yourself a nice little tail like this. And now what we're going to do, this is how we link them. Really easy. Just take your needle through the link that you want to join. So there you go. Needle's through there. Keep it so that the needle is through this little piece on this side of the bead, not on the tail side of the bead. Needs to be on this side of the beads. And I'll lay out my beads and thread through them all in a little, to make that little circle. So thread through all of them really easily like that. That'll do for the first batch. Pull through there. And then through the rest. Pull, pull, pull. Got my concentration tongue out, if you didn't notice. Oh no, you couldn't see it. I was gone, yeah. I always do that. Here we go. Oh yeah, Jermaine, that's a good idea. So we'll figure something out. We're going to do a giveaway tomorrow. Because it's coming up to Christmas, we're going to do a giveaway tomorrow. So we'll work out what that is, and then at the start of the show tomorrow, so make sure you're watching tomorrow so that you can be part of whatever giveaway it is that we decide we're going to do. Ho Yang says, may I know what type of bead, string, and needle you are using, please? So I'm using Preciosa size 10 seed beads. I've got 2 different colors here. So this one has 2 different colors. I'm using Spiderlon beading thread, which is a bonded nylon monofilament. And then I'm also, what's the needle? It's a size 11 needle. So if you buy one of the spools of Spiderlon thread, it does include one of those little, one of those size 11 needles. We give a needle with all of our Spiderlon. So if you're buying Spiderlon, you will get a needle with the pack. So I'll just pull this now. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Let's just pop that out of the way. So yes, let's just, there we go, pull a little bit more. So I've got myself a nice little tail just here. And now I'm going to do exactly the same again. So I'm going to tie myself a knot. If you want to have a looser tension, you probably don't need to tie the knot, but I like to do it. So there we go. Let's just go surgeon's knot. So over and under. And then again over and under. Like that. And then as we pull that nice and tight, it'll just bring that nicely into a ring. And then you can see it's already on my little loop, ready to continue along. So I won't do the whole thing again, I don't think, because I want to get on with the clasp section. But there you go, I'll just do one more. Again, I will just do a single overhand knot so that this is nice and secure. Make sure it goes into the same spot. I'll stick my needle on the tail thread. I wish I had a second needle. Maybe I do. No. Stick my needle onto the tail thread and just get rid of it so it doesn't get in my way anymore. we go. Through there. And then I'll just weave through a couple of beads and then do a couple of my little blanket stitches. So pull through, just 2 beads will do. There we go, through there. Go underneath. And then through. Make sure it goes in between the right gap. And then do another one. Couple of beads across. Doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4, however many beads you want. Under there. Back through that loop. Oops, didn't go through. Back through that loop. Keep it nicely between the same beads. Pull through there. Through a couple more. And then let's give it the snip. So there we go. Pull, pull, pull. Nice and firm. And with my scissors, nice, close to the thing, cut it off. No more problems with my tail thread. So let's just pop my needle back onto my working thread here. There we go. And now let's continue along. So I'm going to just work in normal single peyote. Zoom in a bit so you can really see what I'm doing. And then pick up a bead, skip the first bead, and into the second. These beads look great on this monitor. There we go. Pull that nice and firm. There we go. Pick up another one, and just pop straight. So skip a bead. We're coming out of this one here, so we need to skip one and go through. Pull that tight. Keep my thread out of the way. Pick up a bead, skip a bead, and go through the next. Like that. And then, like I said, if you want to, I find it's easiest to do this because I've got my fingers in the gap. Just pull my thread and that will rotate it round so that I can continue without having too much struggle getting to the next bead. So pull that through there. Skip a bead and go through that one. Skip a bead and go through this one. And all the way around we go. Like I said, it doesn't matter how good your tension is. Where am I coming out of? I'm coming out of this one. Skip a bead and through here. Pull it again with my little thread to rotate it round. Skip a bead and through here. Skip a bead and through the next one. Good morning. I missed the beginning. Been making banana bread and cookies, says Gwyn. Send me one. Mail me one in the post. I want a cookie. Where's my cookie and banana bread? Boo. Maybe I'll have to get Jermaine or Maxine to make me some. See which of them loves me more. I hope they're both watching. I dare say Maxine's probably not, but maybe. Pull that one tight. We're almost there. We're almost there. Just keep going around. Skip a bead. So where am I? Coming out of this one. Let's skip a bead again. Through here. We're almost around, and then I'll just sort of show you the process of stepping up again. You might find, because I've already done my tail thread, there might be little knots in some of the beads, which they can be a little difficult, but you'll get through them. Just, sort of wiggle your thread around. That's the sort of struggle I had just then. It was a little bit tight on the... See, there's that little knot in there. Oops, pick up another. Skip a bead. Through there. Ooh, did I skip too many? Yes, I did. So if you do this, see how I've skipped one too many? Just take your needle off and undo it. So where was I? Here we go. So just pull it back through. Easy enough to undo. Oops, knocked the microphone. But again, luckily, My thread's still perfectly good. No fraying. So thread that back on. And let's just get back to where we were. So there we go. Skip just one bead this time. Ooh, Debbie from the central coast of California. May I ask what length of thread you started with? So each one of my links, about 75 centimeters to a meter. So a yard is probably a nice amount. Maybe a little bit less than a yard. There we go. And now I'm going to just do my last one there. That was a question from Debbie. Debbie from Central California. But yeah, so there we go. Last one. I'm going to just go through that last little bead there. And then I'm going to step up. By the way, don't usually use a red thread with these green beads. You'll potentially see it, but I wanted you to see. Ooh, that's another thing to be aware of. Make sure your thread doesn't get caught on the previous up beads. See that? See how I got caught there? Just keep an eye on it as you're working. So it doesn't get caught. There we go. Nice. And now I'm going to start filling the gaps with 2 beads. So now it's really easy, really quick, isn't it? Let's just scroll down. I got some new comments coming in, I think. Ooh, we've got Cecilia who's here from Mexico. Hola. Hola, Cecilia. That's, about the extent of my Espanol. No habla Espanol, I guess. There we go. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Cecilia. There, through here. Did I say that right? I've no idea. But yes, there we go. Just pulling ever so nicely as we continue through these little gaps. So you can see once you get started, it really comes... hablo. Oh, okay. I was close. So, pull that through there. So yeah, just fill these little gaps as you go. Doesn't take long, does it? Just sort of pull them together. Little by little by little. I don't think I'll do the whole of this little fella, because I want to get on and do the clasp. Show you how to do that one. It's a really nice little clasp piece that you make. But essentially, again, that's using peyote, but a slightly different way. There we go. I'll just finish this little row so that you can see what it looks like when it comes time to step up, and how you'll be able to see which ones you need to go through when it gets to the point. So it's nice and easy this bit, but the next step up can be a little complex on knowing where you've got to get going. So again, I just want to rotate that around a bit, so I'll just use my thread to pull it. There we go. Through the next gap. And so on. Through that one too. Just 2 more, and then stepping up. So through that little gap, make sure you're only getting 2 beads on in each one. Don't get caught around the previous beads. There we go. And now lastly, you can see I've got to step up. So because I know I've been doing 2 beads each time, I'll pick up 2 beads. I'll go through this one here, because that's the down bead. Through there. Like so. And now I know, because I've been adding 2 each time, I need to go through just 2 beads. So as I go through just 2 beads, you'll see 1, 2 beads, and then you can already start to see how the down bead starts to come down. Let's see if I just take my thread through. There we go. See how now you can just see, ready? There's a down and then there's 2 ups. So I can pick up 2 beads. Skip that little down bead and through. So every 3 seed beads, you skip the first and go through the second and the third. So again, you can see now there's a down followed by 2 ever so slightly up. the nice thing is they might not look up, but when you get to them, you'll go, oh yeah, I see where it is. So there it is. Now when you pull it, there you go, it's up, and the one's down and the next two are a little bit up. So we'll go through those. If you rotate it, you can see how much more up they are. See that? There you can really see it. So through those. Then just continue along. So 1, 2, through the next one. So I skipped one and went through 2. It's much easier to see it when you're working like in person. On the TV it might look a bit flat, but because these two are sticking up, but they're sticking up towards me as I'm working. So I can see that they're sticking up, but maybe on the camera you can't quite see that they are in fact sticking up. See, look. See that? Looks flat, they're sticking up. So just continue all the way around until you get to where you need to. So pick up, skip 1 and thread through 2. Skip 1 and thread through 2. I will go all the way around just to show you the process actually on the next step up, because that's another spot where people can get lost. So it's better I show you. Much, much better I show you. But then I won't do that whole row. I'll just, move on to the clasp once we get to the join. So again, let's go through there, pick up 2. Skip 1 and through the ever so slightly upwards beads, just here and here. See that? Sticking them up. 2 more. Through there. Let's just use my thread to pull it around. Through there. Pick up 2 more. Go through there. Pull it around again. We're getting there. It's taken a little bit of time, but, it's a nice, easy little design, don't you think? Which of the 3 designs do you like best, by the way, out of the coral lace, the crystal spiral, and the St. Petersburg double, which is what I'm going to be showing you tomorrow? Tell me, which of the 3 designs do you like best? So this is the St. Petersburg. I'll put them in the background while I'm getting around. Here's the St. Petersburg. I'm working on the coral lace. And then here is the crystal spiral. So there they all are. Let's zoom out a bit. Oops, wrong way. There we go. So there's your one there. How many parts make a 7.5-inch bracelet without the piece? I think it's about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, about 10. 10 little loops. That's a question there from Doris. How many of them? How many parts make a half-inch bracelet without the clasp? About 10. Maybe slightly fewer. Just depends. Again, it varies based on your tension. If you've got a looser tension, you don't need so many. If you've got a tighter tension, they tend to be a little bit tighter and closer to each other. And so they might, not quite go as far if your tension is that little bit tighter. Okay, so I'm almost at the point now where it's time to step up. It's really easy to see where this step up is. So I've got my 1 down. I've got my 2 ups, and then I've got 2 beads that literally look like they're sitting on top. Oh, let's hide that away. I thought I hit it, but I didn't. There we go. Here we go. Seems everybody's got their own personal favorites. Ida likes the crystal spiral. Stacy likes the St. Petersburg double. Susan likes the coral lace. I call it the coral lace because I think it kind of reminds me of coral, especially in that rose goldy color. So I need to just skip this bead here, go through these 2, like so. And then I'm going to step up one more time. 1, 2, like that there. And now I'm in position to start adding my outer sort of border. So I'll just skip across and we go through both of these beads, just like we did just before, through both beads, pull that firm, and that's sort of going to start adding in our nice bright outer. So I'll do a couple more little loops, and then I'm going to show you how to do the clasp. which is a peyote beaded clasp. I like using beaded clasps, which hopefully I can show you it in a picture in a second. Let's see. Here we go. Anne Gold says, wait, let's put it on the screen, shall we? She says, at the moment, I like the crystal spiral best because it's so sparkly. Well, you're absolutely right. It is definitely sparkly. That crystal spiral really does sparkle. Do you know, though, the St. Petersburg is very sparkly as well, though, because it's got those 2mm bicones on the outside edge. Oops, hopefully it will come in shot. See that? Well, it's completely out of focus, but you can see how sparkly they are, and then I love the beads in the middle. Really lovely. So let's just do one more little gap filling. Nancy's just joined us. She says, I finally made it, but I'm very late. Well, Nancy, the good news is you can head to the Bead Spider website or the YouTube channel or the Facebook page, and you can watch this back at any time you like. The best place is probably on the Bead Spider website in our tutorial library, which I'll show you that, in fact, just now. In case you're new and you've never watched before, you can see the entirety of our tutorial library. But yeah, let's just go through that last bead there. Let's take a look at the website and I'll show you where our tutorial library is. So here we go. You ready? Here's the Bead Spider website for today. If you come onto the homepage right here, you can click on this big square right here in the middle. That will take you to today's video where you can start watching what I've been making today, the coral lace bracelet. If you want to get the related products, you can just click this little link just here, and that will take you to the page where you can find all of our gorgeous little kits that are included as part of this design. So here I've got the winter violet in purple. I've got the rose gold just there, and the Atlantis individual sale at £22.50, so they are 10% off. Or if you want to save £15 and get 20% off, click here, you get all three for £60. So an absolute bargain. You click right there, you get one of each, add it to your basket, and then you'll get all of them. You'll make 15 pieces of jewelry. You can make the mix and match if you want to as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, mix and match them so that like how I made my little ring when I was demonstrating just before, you can mix and match your colors, or you can even link them together. Do whatever you want. Anyway, let's take a look at the tutorial library, shall we? So where am I? Let's just click here. Wait a second. Make sure I'm all the way scrolled to the top. Yes, I am. Let's just bring that menu down so we can see it a little bit better. Ready? Ta-da! Okay, so if we have a little look here, come to the section where it says Kits and Tutorials. If you're on mobile, it's very, very similar. Just in the top left corner, there'll be 3 straight lines like this. You click on that. The menu looks very, very similar once you press it. Click here. We've got patterns if you want to get my beading patterns, or if you've signed up to our newsletter today, which the link is in the description, you can check out our patterns page and get £5 worth of patterns completely for free. Otherwise, if you want to see all of our video tutorials that we've done and that we're going to be doing and whatnot, you can see they're all right here. Here is the beaded lace, the spiral. This one's coming for tomorrow. The poinsettia that Jermaine did last Saturday and Friday. The angels. You can just keep going down. There's loads and loads. You can load more videos if you want to. Look, there's loads of them. This little beaded dress was very popular. Keep going. Look, there's even more. Tubular netting. Load more. Even more. Rainbow earrings. That's a really fun one. If we keep going back even further, this one's a really nice design. The Carabao bracelet, I really like that one. The Monaco with our Aurora microcrystals, which if you haven't seen microcrystals before, that's a really nice one. But yeah, the Jermaine has just prompted me to mention, if you get the kit, which is the one on our homepage, if you get that one today, this set, so all 3 of these videos, click this link here. It will make one of these coral lace, you'll make one of these St. Petersburg, you'll make a crystal spiral, but you will also make one of the little rings, which look like this. So you get the instructions for the ring plus all the beads that you're going to need to make that little fella there. in whatever size you need it to be. So it's a really nice cocktail ring, sits on your hand quite nicely. There's another one. And then you also will get the instructions and the beads to make the spiral earrings, which are really, really nice, super cute little earrings. So if you're getting the kit, you will make all 5. You will get 10% off. Unless you want to get all 3 colorways, then you'll get 20% off. So even bigger savings if you want to get that one. So let's move on now and let's start doing our little clasp section. I'll put it back into right-handed view and I'll make my clasp with purple, I think. Let's do that. That'll be fun. Let's put away some of these green beads. I'm going to start with purple and then we'll move on. I'm trying to use all the colors we've got. Where are you, Mr. Green? This will do. So this can go over here. Let's get out some of my silver and my purple. So the clasp, it's really easy to make. So it's not a problem at all. I'm going to be using peyote stitch to create essentially, wait, where's a little picture? Here we go. Let's see if I can find that picture. Here we go. If you have a little look, there's the little clasp in the center, well, just off center at the front. So I'm going to make a little bar, and that's going to be connected there to a nice little toggle as well. So a little toggle piece that works in a very, very similar sort of way. And then we're going to use that to connect our 2 ends of our finished piece together. So the way that we're going to do that, first thing that I need to do is create like a little row of beads that I can do as my peyote. First thing, I need to get myself another little piece of thread. About 1 meter will do. 1 meter is plenty, but I need a little bead for the very end to be a stopper. So let's just get myself some thread. I'm going to work through this very, very quickly because I've shown this before in previous tutorials, but I thought I'd go through it real quick again today, just because it's a really nice little design. I am a big fan of making clasps out of beads. So, you know, we can, I hope you will enjoy it. Let's just get my thread here, and I'm going to just thread through a little bead twice, and that will lock on as my stopper. I've got, oh, actually, yeah, I'll use this bead here. So this one's going to be my stopper. I'll thread through it all the way, leaving myself a tail enough to use. You need about 1 meter of thread. Leave a tail which you can sort of finish off your work with. Thread through it once, thread through it again, and if you want to thread through it a 3rd time, you can if you want to make it extra firm, which I might do, but make sure you don't pierce your thread because you want to be able to get it off again. It's important that you can get it off. So just nice and firm, little stopper bead right there. And now what I'm going to do is pick up 16 little seed beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. Did I drop one? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You can make it a bit smaller if you want to, as long as it's an even number, because we're doing even count peyote. But I've got 16 beads here. You can do it. This is going to show you the finished length of your little clasp piece here. So if this is too wide for you, make it a few beads less if you prefer it. That's going to be the width of your little piece. So with my piece here, oh, actually, no, that's what I want to do. I'm going to make it in 2 colors. Well, doesn't matter. I'll show you Jermaine's one. I was going to do it like this here. This is the one that Jermaine pre-prepared for me, where she did the 2 outer beads in the other color. So if I was going to do that, which I probably should have, I would have done the first bead in purple and the last bead in purple. So 1 purple, 14 of my blue silvers, and then 1 purple on the end. So just to finish that off, I'll come back around. We'll pretend that I added a first purple, but, you know, doesn't matter. Could you do the toggle bar bit as a drop on an earring? Well, yes, if you wanted to, of course you could. It would be you know, you're more than welcome to try that out. I'd love to see a picture if you do that. So now that I've got my beads nice and firm just here, I'm going to do what's called even count peyote. So I've got an even number of beads here. So I'm just coming out of this bead and I'm going to skip that one and go through the first bead below it. Pull that nice and tight. And the 2 beads should sit relatively nicely side by side at the top. You can pull a little bit tighter if you want to. And wait, I'll just turn my work around so I can work away from myself, because I kind of prefer working away from myself. And I'm holding the beads that are together under my thumb, and I'll continue along. So pick up one of your silver beads, skip this first bead after where our thread is coming out, and go into the next. Doesn't matter if it's a bit loose, we can sort of pull up our stopper if we need to. Pull that, and then let's just pull up our stopper bead, get it nice and firm. So there you go. And now you'll see the next bead will sit relatively nicely side by side with the one below. See that? It doesn't matter if it's a bit loose just now. It will get tighter when we get to the end. So I'll just repeat that again. Skip a bead and through the next. Pick up a bead, skip one, and through the next. Like I said, don't worry too much if it's a bit loose now. It will get tighter when we get to the end, because we can pull it all tight at the end. Pick up another, skip one bead, and into the next. There we go. Come on now. There we are. Pull that nice and tight. One more. And we'll just continue until we get to pretty much the very, very end. Jackie says, I'll need to say goodnight. Thanks for your education. You're a great teacher, but it's after 3 a.m. in Australia. Well, thanks for joining us, Jackie. I really appreciate you being here up until 3 a.m. in the morning. Lovely of you to join. Thanks very much for stopping by. But hopefully, if you're up again late tomorrow, I'll see you for my tutorial. Same time again tomorrow when I'm going to show you how to do that St. Petersburg, double St. Petersburg chain one there too. But thanks for joining us. Let's see. Oh, I just accidentally showed another one. Here we go. In one of your tutorials, you showed how to plait with 4 cords. Can you remind me which video it's on? That one was part of my woven chain tutorial. So I did a tutorial not too long ago on woven chain. I think that one may have had like a bit of an issue though. So it's the tutorial after. Whatever video came after the woven chain, I did it again at the end because the computer, I think the stream sort of died a bit towards the end. So whichever tutorial it was at the very, that came just after the woven chain, after it, I think it may have been the herringbone one, maybe? No, I don't know. But yeah, after that one, whatever was kind of after the woven chain one, I did the 4 chord plait on that video. I'm not sure which it was. But yeah, so now that we're at the very, very end, let's just go back on ourselves. So we're coming out of this last bead. So we're just going to come back, and you can see how before, how we had up beads and down beads. If you look at it sideways, these ones are all sort of sitting upwards compared to the ones, and these ones are sitting down. So we go through the first up bead. I know I said I don't like working towards myself, but I'm doing it anyway. So through there, and then you'll see you sort of start to form, turn it over, that little peyote strip. So I'll just get myself to the end of this little row so that you get the gist, and we continue along. But you can see the tension's like sort of starting to come together now that we're getting through it. And then I'm going to jump ahead to the stitching up part. So whoops, 1 bead at a time, don't add 2. I almost did accidentally just then, but that's not what you want to do. Keep going through the next bead, and then another one. I'll move these beads because it keeps trying to focus on it. There we go. Now hopefully it will focus better on my hands. Through there. And through, ooh, that's twisted, doesn't matter. Through there, and then through that last little bead at the end. And then all we've got to do is just turn around again. So it's coming together really quickly, really easily. So I'll just flip my work over, Could you do this bit of work in delicas? Yes, you can, Kaylee. It looks great in delicas if you prefer. You'd need to do it slightly longer, not by much, but it will give you a really nice clean result. But you need to make sure then that you've got a really good piece that's going to sit nicely. I wouldn't recommend doing the actual lace bit in delicas because they want to sit too close and sort of neatly and a bit too stiff, and it won't sit very nicely. It'll just look all weird and jaggedy and sort of not nearly as soft. But the reason that this one works so well is because you've got those the sort of the roundness of the seed beads. They sort of move beside each other and they move over each other and allow each other to move. So that's why I like using seed beads for this. The delicas, the bar bit, sure, do it in delicas if you want, if you've got a nice matching color, but the actual little loop pieces, these don't work so good with delicas, so do them with seed beads. So through that next one, and through this one here, and you can see it comes together pretty quickly. Ooh, if I don't drop it, through there. And now I'm almost in position. Oops, where am I? Here I am. Through this last little bead. There you go. So, and you just sort of continue along, making your little peyote strip like this, until you have a piece this size. So each row should have 6 beads in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beads in the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beads in the top, and your tail thread and working thread should be at opposite corners. So this one's at the top, this one's at the bottom. You need to make sure they're at absolute opposite corners to each other. I'm going to just take Jermaine's little thread just here. Don't know how well you can see this color, but this is the fawn color I'm using now. I was using the plum, which I think is gorgeous. I think it's my new favorite. It's one of our new colors, but I think it looks absolutely fabulous. This plum, I think it's called. It's gorgeous. So anyway, let's now continue on and make this little beaded clasp section, and I'm going to attach it to the end of Jermaine's piece. So I'll remove my stopper bead. Don't want to lose any beads though, so I'll try and keep it relatively firm. And I'm going to fold it over so that the two ends join each other. So see how I've got, so see how at this one, this is an sort of a down bead, this is a down bead, this is a down bead, down, 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 down. On the opposite side, you've got in the corresponding spots an up, and up, and up. So look, there's an up at this end and a down at that end, an up at this end, a down at that end. So we're going to join those together. So I'll fold it over into a loop, and I'm going to go from this one into the opposite side in the up bead. So pull that together. Then I'll go through the up bead. It's like a little zip that we're doing now. So I've gone from here into the up bead, back on this end side, through the up bead on the start side. And as we pull that, make sure your thread doesn't get caught, pull that, it will just bring it together. So then I'll go through the up bead here, pull that nice and tight, go through the next up bead just here, go through the next up bead and the next up bead, here and up, there and up, everywhere and up, up. All the up beads, that's what we're essentially doing, is going through each little up bead that we can. If your tail is getting a little loose, just give it a little yank, because I took the stopper off already. You don't have to take the stopper off yet, but I kind of like to. Pull that firm. Then we go again through the up bead here, through the up bead there. So I'm sort of trying to do them both at the same time. Then through the next pair of up beads. So this up bead and this up bead. We're almost there. Keep that firm. Through this up bead and this up bead. Pull that tight there. Again, oh sorry, I just went out of shot there. Pull that there. I need to pull both threads together now, almost. so that they'll both be firm at the same time. There we go. And now I just need to go through finally that last little up bead just here. Pull that nice and firm. Pull both threads nice and firm together. And then where the tail thread is coming out, just hold that and pull that. I'm going to take, you can tie them together if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go down the tail thread bead and then just back into my little piece just here. So I'll do that, get my tail thread out of the way, and then just pull that, and that will sort of bring them nice and tight. And there you go. You can see you've got this really cute little toggle bar. So they look really, really nice. And again, you know it's going to match your piece of jewelry exactly because it's the exact same beads. So it looks really, really effective, but we're not there yet. We've got to keep going. So I'm going to just continue weaving back into this little piece here. And then I'm going to tie off, bring my thread into a position towards the center. So pull that there. And then because I did 16 beads in the row, I need to make sure, because it's an even number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Because then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these two beads just here in the center. I need to make sure I'm coming out just before one of those. So how many beads am I come down now? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one more, 7. And I'm going to take a quick pause at this moment, and I'm going to deal with this tail thread just to get it nice and firm. And I'll show you how to weave off this thread, which is super easy. Pull that there. And then I'll just go down beside any of the threads. It doesn't matter which. Make sure it's nice and firm. Pull both threads nice and firm, nice and firm. And then just weave through a few beads down into your work. Get it nice and firm. Pull, pull, pull. And then this is what I like about this sort of peyote, is you don't actually have to tie any knots. You can sort of just let your work... Ooh, have I got to pull it a little bit further? Oh, my tail thread's just a bit caught. There we go. Come on now. It's caught. Did I pierce the thread? Oh, I must have. Let's just pull back out again. Make sure I don't pierce that thread again. But yeah, so essentially we're just going to take our little tail thread. What's happened here? It's all caught. It's caught on itself. I've tied a knot around my own thread. There it is. Pull that back out. There we go. Tied a knot around itself. How did it do that? No idea. Anyway, let's just continue back down. Clearly I was too quick, not watching my thread. Always pay attention to the thread. So this one, Kimberly Frampton, she said, this is from Mike Frampton, which is my the godfather, my dad's best friend. He's clearly jumped on to watch my tutorial, The Godfather. He says, way to go, Matt, and thanks for the Christmas gift idea. Well, I'd love to see some pictures of you, Mike, making some jewelry like this. So thanks for watching, and I want to see your pictures of a lovely piece of jewelry that you've made. But yeah, thanks for commenting in. So I've just gone around in a nice little circle just there. There we go. There we go. And then I'll just keep going. So I'm kind of going around again and again, like sort of in a circle around the two beads, because then they get through each other like that there. So there we go. And then I'll just go down the next couple of beads, pull it through. That'll sort of do. I mean, you can weave through a few more if you want. And just cut off the tail. And now I'm going to go back and show you how to do the little bar. Finish this little bar piece and get it attached to our bracelet. So it's really easy to do this. Here we go. I'm going to need a few more of these gold beads here. Thread through, get my little needle back on this one here. And then what I'm going to do is create like a little peyote strip, which I can use to attach to my little piece. So I'll pick up one little seed bead here. And if you have a little look, I'm coming out of this bead just here. I'm going to skip one and go through the next up bead along. So it's in the same row. So see how my thread's coming out here through that one there. Push through there, pull that tight, and that gives you one little bead sort of sitting up proud above the rest of your work. So now I'll keep my thread nice and firm, because it's good to keep a nice firm tension when you do these little strip bits. And we go back, and I'll just turn it over actually so I can continue working in the same direction. So there's my little strip bit. I'm coming out of this and I'm going to go back through that bead I just added. See that? So pull that nice and tight. Keep my tension, turn it over, keep my tension nice and firm. Pick up one bead and go through this one. So again, pull it nice and tight. Turn it over. Keep it firm. And then through there. Through the bead I just added, pull that tight. I like to sort of pinch it with my fingers like this once I've got a few. Few little there. So pull that. I pinch them with my fingers so that it helps to keep the tension. Pull that tight. Kaylee says, is this bit called stitching the ditch? Yes. That is a good name for it. That is another name. So I'm just going to keep going back and forth, adding beads to create this little strip. And I'm going to just pinch the beads in my finger to help keep a nice firm tension there. So let's just keep going. We've got someone new that I haven't seen before. It's, the name, there we go. Gula Caracas? I don't know if I said that right, but whereabouts are you from? I'd love to know where you are in the world. So please do let us know which part of the world you come from. But thanks for joining. I hope you're enjoying the show. Here we go. Connie also says, what a pretty thing you can make with just plain seed beads. Exactly. It's really, really fun. So let's just keep adding to my little strip bit just here. And hi to Sarah Applewhite. She says hello. She's just joined us as well, I think. So thanks for joining, Sarah. I hope you're having a nice day. There we go. Let's just keep going. And, I mean, you can sort of keep it small if you want to keep it small. Make it a bit bigger if you want it to make it bigger. But I'm going to keep going until I've got maybe, 10 beads or so on each side. Just because then it's a nice, firm little strip that I can work with. Back and forth, back and forth. This is a nice point as well to sort of help you change the size of your finished piece, just like the few millimeters here and a few millimeters there. Just add to this strip a little. So if you've got, if your bracelet, you don't want to add an extra link because it'll make it way too big, but you don't want to, but it's not quite big enough, you can just make this strip a little bit longer as well. And hi to Joanna as well. Lots and lots of people who are just popping in, it seems. Thanks for popping by. Thanks for joining us. By the way, if you don't know, we do tutorials. This is going to be, we've got another tutorial live tomorrow at the same time, so 3 p.m. in the UK, where I will be showing you how to make the gorgeous double St. Petersburg double bracelet. So there we go. So I'm pretty much at a point now where I can fold back over. Where am I? Yep, there we go. So the first in the ditch one is this one here. So I need to make sure I add on one more bead just to get myself nicely into position. And now what I'm going to do is loop this around and I'm going to stitch it on here. So see how I've got this little space in the center? Like that. I'm going to stitch them like this. So I might do a couple extra beads just to give myself the extra space when I'm making those final few little things. So let's just do a few more. 1, 2. Nancy, she said, I'm watching from Lake Worth Beach in Florida, USA. I was here, but I had to leave, but now I'm back. I'm glad you've come back. Thanks for joining us, Nancy, for I suppose, the end. We're almost at the end now. So let's just go through that last one. And now, okay, this is a nice length of strip. I can use this now to finish off my little piece just here. So what I'm going to do, get these beads out of the way, is just lay this side by side, which I wonder what'll be easier for me this way probably. So I'll just put this over here, and I'm going to just take my needle through that end loop, like so. Get all my thread all the way through, try and pull it all the way through your little lace piece just here. Nearly stabbed myself with the needle there, that would have been unpleasant. Through there, and now I'll just lay this over, and you can see my little strip here is inside that little loop. See that just there? There's my little strip inside the loop, over the top of it, and I'm going to connect it back to the base of my toggle in line. So see that there? Just like that. That's the plan right now. So if I have a little look, because this is the up bead, I need to find roughly in position. I want it to be in line with this. So if I have a little look, I've got to put it in this little gap just here. So see this? There's a nice little ditch here, then there's a bead, then there's a ditch here. This is where I need it to be. So if I take a little look, I need to go in through this bead just beside it on the outside. Let's just zoom right in. So because I need this little bead to be in this little ditch, I'm going to go through the bead beside it. So now my thread is going to be coming out of that little ditch spot. My last ditch effort. Pull, pull, pull. There we go. And now I'll go through that bead that's sticking up at the end of my little strip here. Pull that nice and tight, like so. And then I'm going to go through the next bead along. So if you see, I've gone through this bead, I've come through here, and now I'm going to go through this bead just beside it. So see there? And then as I pull all of this tight, doesn't matter if it's not fully tight yet, just get this thread, don't let it get caught on your lace, and then pull, 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 and ready, ready, ready. Ta-da! Look at that. Doesn't that look so nice? It doesn't just join beautifully, so comfortably. And now I'll just sort of weave back around so that I can go back through those beads again. So I'll go through this next bead beside it. Pull that nice and tight. Keep my thread away from my lace. And I'll just turn around, back from the bead beside it, and back towards my little piece just here. So through there. Pull it nice and firm again. Go through my up bead that's on my strap. Oops, caught on my little bit of... There we go. So through this little up bead that we added, and then back down again into our little... Oh, sorry, just out of shot there. Through that bead again. There we go. Now you can see it a bit better. Pull, 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 pull. And now if I want to, I can go back up into my strap, and I can firm that up again. So I can go through it all the way again if I want to. Oops, where am I? Here we go. So close, you can barely see it. So now I can just go through my strap one more time to get it super firm. Which, you know what, you can even go, you can sort of skip beads, you can go back and forth, however you want to do it. But that's a nice way to make sure that this is extra secure, extra firm. Trying to stay steady when it's so zoomed. There we go. So you can see exactly what I'm doing. And keep going there. And back through here again. And just work your way back until you get all the way to the end. And that will give you a really nice finished toggle clasp, which once it's done, you just weave it off, cut it off and all of that. Let's zoom out and take a look. So there you go. Let's just straighten that up. Ta-da! One finished toggle piece, and all you've got to do with it when you want to wear it, let's just see what the new comments are, take it together, and I can just take my toggle through the end loop like so. And there's one fully finished coral lace bracelet. Beaded lace bracelet. There it is. Look at that. Does that not look gorgeous? It's stunning. I'm really pleased with that one. I want to get rid of this final thread though. Maybe I'll weave it off just so I can show you it. But anyway, that's essentially the entire process, beginning to end. There you go. There's your clasp piece. And then you just toggle straight through the opposite end, which I don't know if it'll fit me. I don't think I made it to fit me. I think Jermaine made it to fit her. But anyway, one more loop is probably all I would need, and it would fit perfectly. And you just go straight through that last little loop. One fully finished coral lace bracelet. What do you think? Do you like that? Does it look lovely? What do you think? I'd like to know. Seema says, so nice. I'm glad you think so, Seema. I think so too. But there you go. Let's just zoom out a bit further. Oop, zoomed out a bit too far. But there you go. So you can see that. It's just all these little links, and it's just because it's sort of bunching it all together, it looks like a beautiful piece of lace, which, as I've suggested before, don't forget, it also looks fantastic as a necklace, which, let's find my face. There you go. What do you think? How's that look? Goes with my beard. Should have shaved. There you go. Look at that. What do you think? It's lovely. I like it. I'm happy with that. But yeah, a very nice little necklace as well. So yes, you're a great instructor and entertaining. Thanks from Texas. That's from Rhonda. I hope you have all enjoyed the tutorial as much as Rhonda has. Monica says, yes, very pretty. Kaylee says, it's beautiful. Here we go. Vivian Powell. She says, I give myself a Christmas gift from me, to me, every year. I'm going to try my hand at this bracelet for myself. Wish me luck. Well, good luck, Vivian, but I'm sure you shan't have any struggles. It's a really, really easy design. But don't forget, if you want to make it in these colorways, the same colorways which I've been demonstrating with today, you can get our little kit. It's definitely the best way. You can get the rose gold color on its own if you want. You can get the gorgeous little green one, which I was demonstrating with. I still need to finish this one. The green, which is the Atlantis, which I absolutely love, 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 love. The Atlantis is my favorite. And then we've also got the silver violet, which if you're a purple person, which I don't know if I've seen her here today, but Purple Penny is usually watching. And she's loving on the purples. This one makes really beautiful purpley toned things. But you will make all 5 projects. So it's not just one project for the kit. It makes all of them. We've given you enough to make all of them and the instructions to make all of them. So it's really, really worthwhile. If you think about it, if you were going to buy them as individual kits, if you get the double discount, which is all 3 kits together, you're only paying £4 per kit. So if you haven't done so yet, head over to the website and save yourself some pretty pennies that you can use to buy other things, I suppose, from our website if you want to. Because, yeah, you will make all 5 of the projects for £4 per project, essentially, if you're buying our double discount. So if you have a look just over here, go to view related products or click the link up in the description that says shop the kit. And then, yeah, each colorway 10% off, or get all 3 colorways together, all of them together, and save 20%. So £15 saving pretty much, almost £15, which is almost, I guess, $20, $18, $20 or so. I need about 9 inches. Will they fit me when made? Kaylee, yes, we have given you plenty of beads inside each, so you shouldn't have any problems, I shouldn't think. Maybe just make your coral lace one, because that one uses the most beads, with a nice loose tension, because then you'll get plenty of beads left over. We've done it so that you can mix them and match them in multiple ways. But there you go. Look, here's this one just here. Add to basket, save £20, and you've got 15 projects, which if you still want to make things after Christmas, if you've got a bit of spare time after Christmas, it's a great little project to play around with, so that you've got things to do after Christmas as well as during. But yeah, so let's just pop back to me. Yeah, so you can make lots and lots of different things. You can sort of add and subtract and change and do things whatever you want. But yeah, we have tried to do it so that you can, where am I? Here I am. Yeah, so you can make all of the different designs with the one kit. We try and do them so that they're nice and large. So I guess if you're a rather small person, you'll be able to make each of the bracelets, but you'll have plenty of extras for making more rings, for making more earrings as well. You know, the smaller you are, I suppose, the more beads you have. But yeah, there's this one. I really love this design. It's so nice. But yeah, this is tomorrow's video, by the way. So if you are going to be watching tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to make this one. I don't know which colorway I'm going to make it in yet. We'll see. But yeah, it's a really, really nice design. And as I said, you do make all 5 from the one kit. So either just get one if you want just the one. Otherwise, get all 3 of them and get those big savings. Pretty much you save £15. But yeah, so lastly, I will just mention one more time, if you want to be on the show, send us your pictures to live@beadspider.co.uk. It's going to be the last show of the year, so it's your last opportunity to get your lovely goodies that you've been making shown. It doesn't even have to be bead related. It can be Christmas related. Send us a picture of your Christmas tree. I'd love to see how you've decorated your Christmas tree. Got any beaded ornaments that you've got on there? Send us a picture. It doesn't matter what it is. I want to see all of those sorts of things. But yeah, send us your pictures to live@beadspider.co.uk so I can get you on the show. That'll be tomorrow. Hopefully, Kaylee asks, are the earring and the ring instructions in the kit? Yes, all 5 instructions. You get 5 sets of instructions, all the beads, everything that you need to make all of them. So all of that is included. All of them. You get all of it. There's literally everything. Thread, needle, beads, all the instructions, all of it in each kit. So make sure you get that one. Oh yeah, and tomorrow we're doing a giveaway. So yes, make sure you're here for tomorrow's tutorial for the giveaway. I don't know what it's going to be yet. We haven't even decided, I don't think. But yeah, I will be back same time tomorrow. I hope you can all join me for the tutorial of the... Let's see if I can find the picture of it. Come on now. Here it is. I'm going to be showing you how to make this gorgeous double St. Petersburg bracelet. So I hope you'll be there for tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the giveaway. It is the last show of the year, so make sure you don't miss it. Yeah, I want everyone to be there. Share the video, share this video, share any of the videos we have. Please sign up to our newsletter as well. We've got over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube now. We made it before Christmas, so I'm super happy about that. So thank you to all of you. But yeah, I hope I will see you all same time again tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed so that you to the newsletter, so you get the email 15 minutes beforehand with the links, so that you can watch it anytime, any place. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope you have a lovely afternoon, and I will see you all tomorrow, same time, for that double St. Petersburg bracelet tutorial. Thanks for joining me. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.